So, how do you like the new ship, Captain?
More spacious than the last one, Admiral.
Don't forget that from now on, you're stepping onto a stage with a bit more firepower.
I will take good care of the Star Navy's new toys.
You now represent the Star Empire in a significantly larger extent. As you may have noticed, the Star Navy is very fond of their new toys and their integrity.
I'm not sure if we can guarantee that in the current situation.
We'll find out soon enough. Our fleet will arrive at the Ateli system in an hour.
Why precisely there?
Because the sensors between Pololia and the Aether are currently transmitting sensor data about the unknown fleet to us. The probability of a major attack is more than high.
How large?
We estimate the strength between 2,500 and 3,000 ships.
So we are outnumbered 2-1.
Numerically, yes. We hardly know anything about the exact strength of their ships.
Based on what I observed at Avensol 25, I don't believe that their ships are significantly superior to ours.
Well, if Marshal Planther wasn't so stubborn, we would have had a few more squadrons with us now. He underestimates the danger.
And what about you?
Not anymore. You mentioned observations at Avensol 25. Do you have any information for me?
Perhaps.
Well, now would be the best time to spill the beans.
I'm transmitting holographic recordings of the formation of these Duyari at Avensol 25 and the bombardment of Paeolia.
What about it?
Pay attention to the distribution of individual ship types. As you can see, they concentrate cruisers and battleships in the center, while the lighter units remain on the periphery.
We could exploit that.
Divide our formation into 5 equal subformations while we attack the edges of their formation. This way, we can destroy parts of their firepower without sustaining heavy losses ourselves.
That could work, depending on how quickly the enemy reacts, if they even appear in this formation here.
I find that quite likely. They attack Paeolia in exactly this manner, and they have no reason to believe that they will encounter significantly greater resistance at Ateli.
Your words are heard by the gods.
Ateli lies before the fleet like a giant snowball, with thousands of shimmering dots forming a spear formation, with Admiral Finios' flagship at the forefront.
This is Admiral Finios to Eagle Legion speaking. The fleet has reached the Ateli system. We have not detected any enemy presence yet. However, don't feel too secure. Attached to this message, you'll receive a maneuver order that divides the fleet into 5 subformations.
Well, where are you? Last time you didn't take this long. You surprised me at Avensol. This time, I won't make it so easy for you.
Captain, the sensors are detecting a multitude of incoming ships from hyperspace.
How many?
Over 3,000.
Exactly in the formation I expected you. Now, let's finish you off.
I will take command of Formation Alpha. Commodore Rawson, take command of Formation Beta. Captain Telos, Formation Gamma. Captain Planther, Formation Delta. And Commodore Yissen, Formation Epsilon.
As the countless black-green dots emerge from hyperspace, silence falls upon the bridge of every starship.
Drone of Air Guard?
Admiral Finios to the entire fleet. Prepare for combat. Concentrate all your attacks on the edges of the enemy formation.
Panther to Formation Delta. Prepare for engagement.
Chancellor Alfrich, it's a pleasure to meet you.
What? How did you get in here?
Well, the door is open and
I'll call the guards.
They won't be much help to you, Chancellor.
Who are you? What do you want?
You know exactly who sent me. Number 14, Your Excellency.
EED? Then I command you to explain immediately what you're doing here.
Unfortunately, in times of war, the supreme command of the Realm Guard and the EED falls to the Emperor. My apologies, Chancellor. I hope you don't mind if I take a seat.
But we're not in times of war, Agent.
Since Admiral Finios' fleet attacked the Duyari forces at Ateli, we are.
We still don't have a report on the progress of the battle.
That will change very soon. Is this really?
Fine. What do you want from me? And don't touch my Tyrilli.
Fake agents are lurking around the Dinas Arkasnia. I'm searching for them.
That's impossible.
The EED doesn't think so. They tried to suppress reports about the attack from the new species. They had connections to them. But now...
What do you mean? What
do you think? The Australia was the ones hiding something this time. And the Emperor. And you're his closest confidant. What do the Australia and Emperor Liminor know that we don't? What's the deal with these Duyari attacks? Who leads them? And where do these agents come from?
The Asteri have, in a certain way, something to do with it, that's true.
Chancellor, the Star Empire security depends on this information. We get it now or later. Now will be a much better time, though.
Unfortunately, it's much more than that, Agent.
That has something to do with Arthelanian Withloin, right? The Astari who went on a mission to the Mythalanian Civil War a few months ago. To find whom? That legend, that myth. I'm not interested in the details. Not their magic, not their strange sorcery, or not the petty disputes among themselves.
That's the Order's business. I cannot provide any information about it, and you can't force me. Don't further damage the reputation of the EED, E14. I have enough political power to inflict significant damage on the intelligence agency. Don't forget that.
Oh, please, Chancellor. The Senate is even more divided than ever. They couldn't even agree on whether or not we should lead an attack on the Moranian back then or not. I've rarely seen an inefficient political casting, and you can't even keep this bunch of quarrelsome hyenas together. All the senators care about is how they appear on the media, to gain the greatest admiration from the masses. And in their ignorance, they haven't even noticed that the enemy agents are right under their noses.
What do you want from me now?
Chancellor, you know that if this were to come out, there would be an impeachment proceeding. Spies in your own government. That's not a good PR.
That's outrageous. The EED will not interfere in this government.
We expect the official authorization by midnight. Otherwise, tomorrow the Yawadari will publish some very unpleasant things about the disclosed spies in the government. Under Chancellor Alfrich Lavar. They would be delighted to put their boot in the face of a co-exponentialist. Good day.
Once again, the Stellar Navy's starships pass by the enemy fleet. Blue, red and green beams whip through space in the orbit of Ateli. Explosions light up in the formation of the Duyari ships, indicating the gradual wearing down of their fleet.
Flyby number 2 successful. 15 enemy frigates and 17 destroyers eliminated. Own losses? 2 destroyers and 2 frigates slightly damaged. Moderate to heavy damage on 2 more destroyers.
Subformation Epsilon also has 32 takedowns. Alpha even has 36. If this pace keeps up, we'll have them soon.
It looks like the Duyari are sending troop transport towards the surface.
Admiral Finios to all. Subformations within range. Deploy ground troops and air support.
We're close enough, sir.
Captain Norpalanther to all ships of Subformation Delta. Immediately deploy ground troops and air support.
It seems that the enemy forces are heading towards the capital, Surya.
Who would have thought? Captain to Lieutenant Commander Vitkin. Launch fighter squadrons to support the ground units. The enemy is heading towards the planet's capital. Make sure they don't land. We'll transmit the data of their flight route.
Lieutenant Vitkin to Caesar Stelfor. Are there any colonial militia left down there, or are we on our own?
The guys from the Ateli garrison will support you. But don't expect too much from the quality of the pilots. Coordinate with the relevant fighter unit. Call sign Thongor.
Understood. We'll do our best. Dragon Lead to Thongor, please respond.
Dragon Lead, this is Thongor 2.
Thongor 2?
Oh no, Thongor Lead. Our squadron leader got hit. I have command now.
What's the situation?
Enemy fighters are heading towards the city of Silden. We're intercepting. The 9th and 10th tank battalions are marching with 2 Elrador units to defend the city. We need to ensure they don't get enough suppress from above.
Understood. Dragon Lead to squadron. Break off and head northeast.
They have at least 100 fighters on the coast of the city. We need a few more minutes.
But we don't have them. Dragon Lead to the squadron. Lure them out of the formation and engage them in individual combat. Stay away from their center. Mind, buddy. Gotcha. You're not invincible, that's for sure. The first good news.
We're here.
Just in time. There should be no shortage of targets. Be careful. What's on your tail?
That was close.
Closer than I got it! Engine 1 is gone. 1 is still functioning. One more. Dragon Lead to the squadron. I'm going down. They got me.
Of course. I want my article to adorn the Sunday edition, preferably on the front page. Our editor-in-chief was very pleased with my work. Absolutely, why not? Certainly. But I have to hang up now. My train leaves in 10 minutes.
It's Kennard.
You again? Hey, aren't you that Mr. Agent?
Yeah, something like that.
Could I know your real name this time if you're going to accost me so unabashedly on the street?
Changes every other day anyway.
I see. Spy stuff. What can I do for you? I could write an article about the EED and...
No, I have a task for you.
A task? What, from you? You want to give me a task?
Let's go with more of a side job. Side gig to be your main activity.
I don't know what to say.
A simple yes or no will do. How well are your connections to the Senate?
Pretty good.
Excellent. You applied for an exclusive filming rights for a documentary about the Imperial Senate. We'll ensure that you get approved.
Okay. And then?
And then you'll interview some senators. They will stay close to you. You'll inform us about every inconsistency, every little detail.
including the private lives of these politicians.
I'm a journalist, not a spy.
Ah. Will 10,000 crony per month deposited into your account be sufficient as a starting offer?
10 to...
Alright, let's say 15,000, and you'll also share with us the dirty details of these esteemed senators' private lives. We have an agreement.
Well, that's all tempting and...
Perfect. If you send out the application over the weekend, we'll have it approved by Monday. Have a nice day, Miss Kennard.
Wait! Hey! Mr. Agent! Mr. Agent!
We have lost 500 of our ships. Well, if this continues, there won't be enough left to maintain the blockade around the planet.
I have witnessed it myself, Commander.
As long as their smaller groups keep attacking our flanks, we are losing far too many ships.
And what about the troops on the ground?
They were able to land near their capital city in a mountain range, and are marching south now. Our fighters have air superiority. It shouldn't take long for this world to fall.
Do not underestimate their soldiers. Zarkatros has told me enough about them to show that we should never treat them too lightly.
Our flagship has been hit!
That's enough! Order the fleet to redistribute into smaller squadrons. We'll break formation and take away their advantage.
Understood, my lord.
Guns 5 and 7 offline. Shields at 70%.
So they managed to do more than just scratch themselves tall.
Execute another attack maneuver. Formation Epsilon has already completed her attack.
Losses?
100 ships so far. It's within acceptable limits.
What are the Duyari doing?
Hold on. They're breaking formation!
Admiral Finios to the entire fleet. The enemy's breaking the formation. Abort the attack. I repeat, abort the attack!
They have recognized our advantage.
And now they're using it against us.
The Turner and the Ellesmere got hit! We are under fire from 4 cruises. Plasma batteries 3 and 4 offline. Starboard shields at 40%, port shields at 50%.
That was quite a picture-perfect landing, pilot. Quite a spectacle up there in the sky. Are you injured?
Doesn't seem like it.
Very good, because our medic took a plasma blast to the skull 5 minutes ago. Get him out of here. You'll have to come with us, Lieutenant Commander. Duyari troops are advancing on the city of Sildon from the north. Your squadron was able to prevent the aerial assault on us, but the enemy has a lot of soldiers down here. Our artillery managed to slow down their advance, but only for a few hours.
What about the capital city?
As far as we know, General Farian and his troops can hold the city. Massive tank support at this point allows us to stop the enemy kilometers in advance. If they can't break through our formations in a wide front, we have a good chance of winning this. Take this. The DG-3 won't hurt down here.
So, they're breaking through.
And I was hoping we had a little more time. Alright guys, take position in the houses on the outskirts of the city!
Go, go, go!
I've never seen soldiers fight like this before. There are completely deranged ones just running into our fire. And then there are others who cunningly outsmart our defenses.
I need to get back to my squadron.
Not possible, pilot, unless you can quickly find a fighter around here somewhere. Surprise! We don't have one down here.